Hey up again, YouTube. I just thought I'd do a quick summary of the Tiger 800. Seemed only fair since I did the same thing for the Africa Twin the other week. I've come away from Lings now, just popped through to get some oil. So we're doing an oil change on the bike. But so I just thought I'd do a quick summary of my thoughts on the Tiger 800 XCX that I've just taken out. So I had a chance to sit with the sales bloke in the shop afterwards and have a chat with him about the various models and stuff, and the Africa Twin as well. As I said, I think I said in the first video, there was a chap come across on the Africa Twin from the other Lings dealership, which is a Honda dealership over in Harleston, and he'd ridden over on the Africa Twin and taken the Tiger 800 out. And Jamie was just saying that he wanted to try and get out on the Africa Twin while it was there, because it's one of their bikes, but he didn't get a chance. So we had a chat about that, and I was honest with him and said that at the minute I prefer the Africa Twin to the Triumph 800. It's not that the Triumph 800 is a bad bike, it's clearly a cracking bike, but the Africa Twin, just for me, had that little bit of extra character as a bog standard bike that the 800 seemed to lack a little bit. And I'll just cover the points that I didn't like about the 800 first. The first one being the screen, as in the windscreen. It's quite low, very small, and obviously trying to do a touring screen for it. I think they do an adjustable one on the XCA, and there's going to be aftermarket screens out there, so that wouldn't be a deal breaker. I know there's options out there. I mean, I've put a Batson bracket on this to make it more adjustable. So that's just a little niggle as it is as a bog standard bike. You're going to get them. The other one is the engine noise. I'm really not keen on the way it sounds. It's far too whistly for me. This one, oh dear, what on earth's going on here? Oh dearie me. I'll clog up. See, this one's never really whistled, even when I had the standard can on it. This one sounded quite nice, really. It was a lot quieter exhaust note, obviously, but it wasn't silent, which the 800 sounds really quiet. Almost sounds like it's not an 800 to me. But I was outside the shop afterwards talking to another customer. As you do, you get chatting to other bikers, and he said he had an 800 previously, and he put a Scorpion N can on and it transformed the noise, so it just adds that little bit of character to it. I don't want a loud bike, not into massively loud pipes, but I do like it to sound like a motorbike and not a fucking sewing machine. So they're the two things that I didn't really like about it, and both of which can be overcome. And then we talked about bits and packages and stuff like that, and it's something that I've got to bear in mind as and when I do come to change the bike. The Africa Twin as standard, if we take both manual bikes rather than the DCT, which is a more expensive bike, I think the Africa Twin manual was about 10.5 grand or something like that. but you would then have to add a centre stand. Well, you don't have to, but I would want to. We're going by what I would want here. I would want a centre stand, 160 quid. I would want some fog lights. The Honda fog lights, 695 quid. Yep, 695 quid for a set of fog lights. Panniers, didn't like the Honda stuff at all. It looks plasticky to me. I don't know if it's metal or not, but it looks plasticky. Looks like the old Triumph stuff actually, the plastic boxes that Triumph used to do. Obviously that's a lot of money, but I'd rather put aftermarket ones on, which then aren't warranted. It doesn't have cruise control, and the bike I'm comparing it with now, really, obviously there's two. There's the XCX and then the XCA, which is a top model equipment wise, and it comes as standard with LED fog lights, heated rider and pillion seats. Not something not something I'd really put on a wish list, but you know, I'm sure if I went out in the winter the missus would like them. Sorry, the missus, my wonderful wife. I'm sure she'd like a heated seat. It comes with heated grips as standard. The good thing about it is it's all wired in. It's all, you've got switch gear on your handlebars, it's all wired in, it's all warranted. The XCA comes with the off-road style foot pegs, the alloy foot pegs. It comes with an alloy bash plate, it comes with a centre stand, it comes with alloy pannier racks, and at the minute Triumph are doing, on an XCA certainly, free alloy panniers chucked in, which are basically very similar, if not the same, as the GB Trekker Outback panniers. And I've already got the GB Trekker Outback box, so I know that that's decent kit. And all of that is on the standard 800 XCA is 11,400 quid all in. And I think by the time if I added all of that to an Africa Twin, I would be looking well above 11.5 grand. Unless I go down the route of adding my own stuff, which as Jamie at Lings at Triumph, Lings Triumph in Watton pointed out, all the stuff that's fitted as standard at Lings Triumph is warranted. Anyway, I'll slow down a bit because I want to keep talking to you. So it's all under warranty. Whereas obviously, if you go away and cut costs a little bit with a bike, whether it's a Triumph or a Honda, you put your aftermarket stuff on and it goes wrong. It's not under warranty. It's not going to, you're not going to get your money back on it or anything. Not from your dealer anyway. And I'm guessing, certainly if you buy a bike on finance, this PCP finance, I would imagine fitting stuff that isn't approved by the company is going to void your warranty anyway, or they'll certainly be asking questions about it. So there's all that to bear in mind. The fact that the XCA currently, the Tiger 800 XCA, is such a good deal. I suppose you could say, yeah, chuck in an Arrow can and that's 500 quid, so you're then up to sort of nearly 12 grand, which obviously adds a bit to it. But then I'd want to put an aftermarket can on the Honda as well anyway, so you could apply the same to that. Is it going to be enough to swing it? I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is what this other fella did, who test rode the 800 before me. He basically rode to his own bike to Lings at Harleston, which is the Honda dealer, picked up their Africa Twin and rode it to Lings Norfolk Triumph in Watton, took their 800 out for a test ride, and then took the Africa Twin back to Harleston. And I think I'll probably do that in reverse. I'll go and pick the Tiger 800 up from Lings Norfolk Triumph, ride it to Harleston, have another spin on the Africa Twin. I'll probably take the manual out this time, and then ride back again on the 800 and then decide, because they're both good bikes. And I suppose a little bit like buying a house. When you buy a house and you go into rooms and you think, fucking hell, who's decorated this? But you're not buying it for the decor, are you? You're gonna decorate it yourself at some point. Most people do anyway. So you've got to put that out of your mind and just think, this is the basic, this is the base model, this is as it is, standard, and I'm gonna make it my own. And you can do that with both of them, so we'll see what happens. But I just wanted, as I say, I'm going to waffle on a bit now, but I wanted to do a quick summing up of the Tiger 800 that I've taken out today. It's a cracking bike, it pulls really well, a really slick gearbox, really nice light clutch, the brakes work well. Once I'd put the seat on the higher position, it was really comfy. Not quite as comfy as the Explorer, but then this is it's a big old armchair of a bike, really. I think I'd probably add some SW Motec risers or something like that to the bars, just to lift the bars up a little bit, which is what I've done on this bike as well. But other than the exhaust note and the screen, which are both things that can be changed, there's not a lot I didn't like about it, if I'm really honest with myself. It's easy to criticise it after riding the Africa Twin, which is so good, and it sounds nice from the off, and it's got a bit of character. But you shouldn't do that, really. You know, they're both good bikes, and as I say, I'll take them both out again and then decide. And above all, it's what I'm after, which is lightweight. It's easy to push around, easy to pick up off the stand. I can even sit on the bike and paddle it around just by sitting on the bike, pushing it with my feet, and it's dead easy. Certainly miles easier than this, but then it would be, because it's about 60 kilos lighter. I didn't realise there was that much of a difference. But 60 kilos is a hefty old amount. So that's the most important bit for me anyway. So I'll keep you updated. I'll probably do some more videos. I'll probably still try and take a KTM out at some point, but not from the dealer local to me, because they just didn't seem interested. I might have caught them on an off day. I might ring them back and see if I get a different response. But if not, I'll go and test ride one somewhere else, and I'll put that on YouTube as well. All just test rides, all just my own personal views from a little snapshot, really. They're not reviews, it's just first impressions, really. So there you go, little summary of the Tiger 800 XCX. I'll catch you soon.